Level 1, the discovery. You are 15, maybe 16. The age doesn't matter to them, but it matters to you. It's the last year you remember feeling like a person. You live in a town where the paint is peeling off the houses and the only way out is a highway that leads to more of the same. Your mother works 2 jobs. Your father is a ghost or a burden. You are beautiful in a way that feels like a curse because it's the only thing people notice about you. Then you meet her, the Scout. She isn't a man in a trench coat. She's a woman who smells like expensive French soap and looks like the life you see in magazines. She approaches you at the mall or the beach or outside your school. She tells you that you're special. She tells you that she works for a very wealthy, very important man who loves to help young women reach their potential. She mentions modeling. She mentions opportunities. She gives you $100 bill just for talking to her. It's more money than you've ever held. You think you've been found. You don't realize you've been marked. Level 2, the audition. You are flown to New York or Palm Beach. It's your first time on a private plane. The leather smells like success. There are bowls of fruit you can't name and water in glass bottles. You feel like a princess. When you arrive at the mansion, the scale of it swallows you. Marble floors, gold leaf ceilings, and silence, the kind of silence that only exists when you are far away from the rest of the world. You meet him. Jeffrey. He doesn't look like a monster. He looks like a bored academic in a sweatshirt. He's surrounded by photographs of himself with presidents, scientists, and royalty. He is the connect. He tells you he wants to invest in your future, but first, he needs a massage. He says his back is sore from traveling. The Scout is there, nodding, smiling, telling you it's perfectly normal. It's just part of the job, she whispers. You are a child and you want to be polite. You want the life he's promising. You walk into the room, the door clicks shut. That click is the sound of your childhood ending. Level 3, the asset. The modeling career never happens. Instead, there is the schedule. You are no longer a girl, you are an asset. Your job is to be available. You are given a wardrobe of clothes that are too small and too expensive. You are given a stipend, but you have no bank account. The money stays in his safe. You are told that you owe him. You owe him for the flights, for the clothes, for the food, for the education he is providing. You are moved between the townhouses, New York, Paris, New Mexico. The scenery changes, but the walls are the same. You begin to see other girls. They look like you, thin, wide-eyed, quiet. You don't talk to each other. Information is a liability. You learned his moods by the way he walks down the hall. You learn to disassociate. You learn to leave your body and hover near the ceiling, watching the girl on the bed below you as if she's a stranger. You aren't you anymore. You are a commodity in a portfolio of human flesh. Level 4, the Groomer-in-Training. You have been with him for a year. You are trusted. He tells you that he's proud of you. He tells you that you understand him better than anyone. Then he gives you a task. He wants you to go back to your hometown or to the local park and find a friend. Someone like you, he says. Someone who needs a hand up. This is the most brutal level. To survive, you must become the predator. You look at a 14-year-old girl at the bus stop and you see yourself, but you don't feel pity. You feel a desperate need to please him so he won't hurt you today. You approach her. You use the same words the Scout used on you. You give her the $100 bill. You watch the light of hope ignite in her eyes and you know exactly how you are going to extinguish it. You are now part of the machinery. You are a gear in the engine of your own nightmare. Level 5. The traveler. You are no longer in the mainland mansions. You have been moved to the US Virgin Islands. Little St. James. To the world, it is a private paradise. To you, it is a 72-acre prison surrounded by shark-infested water and the vast, uncaring blue of the Caribbean. There is no cell phone service here that he doesn't control. There are no neighbors to scream to. You spend your days waiting for the Lolita Express to land on the private strip. You hear the whine of the engines before you see the plane. Every time the stairs drop, your heart drops with them. You are part of the welcoming committee. You are told to smile, to wear the white sundress, to look innocent but ready. You are the scenery for the most powerful men in the world. You are the amenity provided alongside the vintage wine and the fine cigars. You begin to realize that Jeffrey isn't just a rich man, he is a bridge. He is the man who provides the dark indulgences that keep the world's gears turning. Level 6, the secret keeper. You aren't just in the rooms anymore. You are tasked with hospitality. This means you see the faces that the news only shows in suits. You see the former presidents, the billionaire tech moguls, the European royalty. You see them when the cameras are off and the morality is stripped away. You notice the cameras. They are everywhere. In the smoke detectors, in the picture frames, behind the two-way mirrors. You realize that your trauma isn't just for his pleasure, it's his insurance policy. Every time a powerful man walks into a bedroom with a girl who looks like she should be in middle school, a light on a hard drive somewhere blinks green. You are the bait in a global blackmail trap. You are the reason these men will later vote for certain bills, fund certain projects, or look the other way when Jeffrey needs a favor. You are a living piece of leverage, a ghost in the machine of international power. Level 7, the Socialite. You have aged, you are 19, maybe 20. In this world, that makes you an elder. You are no longer the primary target, but you are too dangerous to let go. You know too many names, you have seen too many faces. So, the system adapts. You are given a new role. The assistant. You are dressed in business casual. You carry a clipboard. You manage the rotation. You handle the logistics of moving younger girls between the New Mexico ranch and the New York townhouse. You are the one who tells the new girls to stop crying because it makes him angry. You are the one who hands them the cash and tells them it's for their tuition. You are living in a luxury apartment in Manhattan, paid for by a shell company. You have a credit card with no limit, but you are more of a prisoner than you were at 15. Your cage is just made of 24-karat gold. You aren't just a victim anymore. You are an administrator of the nightmare. Level 8, the witness to the void. You attend the science conferences he hosts. You listen to men with Nobel Prizes discuss the future of the human race, eugenics, and the optimization of DNA. You realize that to these men, people are just data points. You sit in the corner of the room serving drinks while they discuss the world as if it's a game of SimCity. You see the Black Book. It's a physical object, a directory of the global elite. You see your own name in it, or a version of it, listed under a category you don't want to read. You realize that the network isn't just Jeffrey, it's a web that covers the entire planet. If you ran to the police would call the governor. If you ran to the governor would call the senator. And all of them are in the book. You are standing in the center of a void where the law doesn't exist. You realize that in this world, there is no such thing as justice. There is only arrangement. Level 9, the Liability. You are 23. You have survived nearly a decade in a world that eats children. You have been retired from the front line, but you are not free. You are a liability. You are kept in a high-security apartment in a city you didn't choose. You are given a monthly allowance that feels like a bribe because it is. You are told that as long as you stay quiet, you stay safe. But the air is changing. You see it on the news first. A local reporter in Florida is asking questions about a non-prosecution agreement from years ago. You see Jeffrey's face on the television, not at a gala, but in a courtroom. The network feels a tremor. Your phone, the one provided by the office, rings. It's the scout. Her voice isn't soothing anymore. It's sharp. She tells you to pack a bag. She tells you that friends are coming to talk to you. You realize that in this system, there are no friends, only people who haven't decided you're a threat yet. Level 10, the Interrogation. The friends aren't the police. They are lawyers in $5,000 suits. They sit across from you in a windowless room and remind you of the non-disclosure agreements you signed when you were too young to know what a contract was. They show you photographs of your family back home, your mother at the grocery store, your sister at the park. It's not a friendly gesture. It's a map of targets. They tell you what to say if the FBI ever knocks on your door. I was a willing assistant. I was never coerced. I am a grateful recipient of his charity. They are coaching you to be a shield for the men in the Black Book. You realize that your entire life has been a preparation for this moment, to be the person who takes the fall so the billionaires can keep their seats at the table. You are being asked to lie for the man who stole your soul, and you realize that if you refuse, you won't just lose your stipend, you'll lose everything. Level 11, the raid. It happens at dawn. The sound of a battering ram against the reinforced door of the New York townhouse. You aren't there, but you feel it in your bones. The news is a wildfire. They've arrested him at Teterboro Airport. They've found the safes. They've found the thousands of photographs. They've found the black book. Suddenly, the network of silence becomes a network of panic. The powerful men you serve drinks to are scrubbing their flight logs. The scientists are returning their donations. The royalty is hiding behind palace walls. And you are a loose thread in a garment that is unraveling. You receive a final message on your encrypted app. Disappear. No money, no protection. Just the instruction to become a ghost before the subpoenas find you. You are 25 years old and you are being hunted by the very people who used to own you. Level 12. The Vault. You are called to testify. You sit in a room with federal agents who look at you with a mix of pity and suspicion. They want names. They want dates. They want the secret cameras. You tell them about the hard drives, about the rooms in the Caribbean, about the men who thought they were gods. But as you speak, you see the agents' faces tightened. You mention a name too big, a name that sits in the highest office or owns the largest company. You see the lead investigator look at the floor. You realize that even now, even with Jeffrey behind bars, the system is protecting itself. The network isn't a man, it's a structure. They will give the public Jeffrey's head on a platter, but they will never ever give them the book. You are shouting into a vault that was designed to be soundproof. You realize that the truth is a currency that nobody in this room wants to spend. Level 13. The Sacrifice. You are 29. You're watching the news in a diner in a city where no one knows your name. The anchor is breathless. Jeffrey is dead. Suicide, they say. In the most secure cell in the country, the cameras malfunctioned, the guards fell asleep, and the most dangerous witness in the world simply ceased to be. You don't feel relief. You feel a cold, hollow dread. You know this system. You know that Jeffrey wasn't just a man, he was a vault. And vaults don't just break, they are emptied and then destroyed. You look at the TV and realize that with him gone, the network has no head to cut off. The men in the black book just got their lives back. The billionaire, the prince, the president, they are all breathing a sigh of relief. The only people left with the weight of the truth are the girls. You are the only ones left to carry the debt of a dead man. Level 14, the public spectacle. It's 2026. The Epstien Files Transparency Act has passed. 3 million pages of documents, thousands of videos, and 180,000 images are dumped onto the internet. The world is obsessed. People are doom scrolling through flight logs like it's a game. They're looking for names. They find a former prime minister. They find a royal, stripped of his titles, his home searched by police. They see the photographs of the Manhattan townhouse, the gold leaf, the famous faces. But you notice what they don't see. The documents are redacted. Every time a name gets too close to the current sun, the ink gets thicker. You see your own testimony, but your name is a black bar. You are a witness, a victim, a number. The public treats the files like a true crime documentary, but for you, it's a ledger of your stolen youth. You realize that transparency is just another performance. They are giving the world the messy details to distract them from the structural ones. The show goes on, and the stars of the show are still in their penthouses. Level 15, the ghost in the mirror. You are 31 now. You have a normal life, or the closest version of one. You have a job. You have a partner who doesn't ask about your scars. But the level system never really ends. You are a ghost. You walk through a world that is haunted by the very people who used you. You see a movie produced by a man who was on the island. You use an app created by a man who was in the black book. You pay taxes to a government that protected the Connect for 20 years. You go to the grocery store and see a magazine with a cover story about justice for the victims. You look at the faces of the girls who look like you did at 15, and you realize the cycle is just reloading. Somewhere in a mansion that hasn't been raided yet, a new scout is talking to a girl in a peeling paint town. A new Connect is setting up a new server. The cameras are still blinking green. Level 16, the survivor. You sit on your porch and look at the sunset. You still have the photograph of your daughter, the one they took from you on your first day at the New York house. She's a teenager now. She looks like you. That thought is the greatest terror you've ever known. You realize that the illuminated or the grandmasters of this world didn't win because they were smarter. They won because they convinced the world that people like you are disposable. But you are still here. You are the evidence they couldn't burn. You are the witness they couldn't silence. You aren't a level in their game anymore. You are the crack in their foundation. You take a breath of air that doesn't smell like French soap or expensive leather. It smells like rain. It smells like the truth. And for the first time in 16 years, you don't look for the camera. You just live.